What's up, guys? We got some more cards to go over, so let's start with Magehunter here, a 3-mana 2/3 Demon Hunter card with Rush. Whenever this attacks a minion, you silence it. Now, there's not a lot of silence effects in the game anymore, so this is pretty solid. I think it's a very good minion in general. I don't know if it really warrants a slot in Demon Hunter right now, because Demon Hunter has so many OP cards and they like having a lot of cheap cards and cycling with those. So like the current versions of Demon Hunter, I'm not sure you really want to run this. But overall, the card seems very good, and as more and more expansions come out, Highlander Demon Hunter becomes more and more of a possibility. So this definitely strengthened Highlander Hunter at the least. It is a good card. Again, has a silence mechanic. Generally, you're going to be able to silence something. Maybe they have to hide a target that's been buffed behind a taunt, and then this has to end up hitting the taunt. But in general, I think this card is going to see play, and it's such a good card. But since it's Demon Hunter, it just doesn't seem like it might make the cut. I think like any other class or in a neutral, this would see so much play, but because it's Demon Hunter, I don't know. At the same time, I think it's a 4-star card. It's just Demon Hunter has so many good options that this might not make the cut in some lists. This card, Star Student Stelina, a 4-mana 4/3 legendary card with the Outcast. Look at 3 cards in your opponent's hand, shuffle one of them into their deck. Now, this is a very strong mechanic here because you get to disrupt your opponent's game plan. Maybe they've been banking on, holding this Flame Strike. They're set up for a Flame Strike turn for your wide board, but you play this and you shuffle that back into their deck and they're not going to be able to do it. Or maybe they're about to poof with Reno, right? And you shuffle that out, you get rid of it. Or they have Galakron in their hand and they're going to Galakron soon, and you get rid of it. So this card seems very, very good. A lot of disruption, very frustrating to play against. Of course, you do want that Outcast effect. If you don't get the Outcast effect, this is a little bit awkward. So that's good. I think that's good that this is kind of bad without the Outcast effect. Hopefully it's not too annoying, but this card does look you can't just play around this, so it's a bit frustrating. I do think this is actually a 5-star card. All right, we got Dr. Krastinov here, 5-mana 4/4 dual class card. Rogue and Warrior, has Rush, and whenever this attacks, give your weapon +1/+1. Now, I think this is very, very good. It does seem like they're trying to lean towards a weapon-based Warrior and Rogue. I don't think we've really seen many good weapons yet, like aggressive weapons, but Rogue does have, I think they still have Pick, right? And then they have the Scimitar. They have Scimitar, and you can Scimitar and give that an extra durability. Like, that's kind of a big deal. Or if you have this with Waggle Pick, giving you that upgrade, that +1/+1, super, super powerful. Warrior does have like the pirate sort of build that's been doing okay. The nerf to Corsair Cash kind of hurt it a little bit, but it does seem like Warrior's getting a lot of weapon reinforcements. So this might be a card that kind of makes that happen. This card is very similar to Captain Greenskin, which is a 5-mana 5/4 that gives you +1/+1, but this one has Rush, so it's a bit more proactive, and it can do its effect multiple times if your opponent doesn't remove it. So this demands removal. But at worst case, it's a 4/4 with Rush and an upgrade. So very, very strong card here. I think this is a 4 out of 5, might be a 5 out of 5. And if there are strong weapon rogues and warriors, this is probably going to be a staple in those builds. We've yet to see a super aggressive rogue weapon or super aggressive warrior weapon, but the way things are looking, it seems like one of those will be revealed, making this a even stronger card. So we have Flinger here. Did I give this a score yet? I give this a 4 out of 5. All right, we got Flinger, a 1-mana 1/1 battlecry, deal 1 damage, spell burst, return this to your hand. Now this is a really cool card A lot of fun, very similar to Elven Archer. It's exactly the same as Elven Archer, except for the spell burst where it returns to your hand. The first thing where my mind goes is with Hunter with Twin Spell. The Twin Spell, what's it called? Rapid Fire? Yeah, Rapid Fire. So this in Rapid Fire seems like it'd do a decent amount of damage. Maybe this finds a place in a Highlander Hunter that's running Verisa and is just trying to burn your opponent down. Because you could do this, swing with the weapon, that's 3 damage, and then your rapid fires are going to do 3 damage each. So you do rapid fire, you throw this out again, you rapid fire again, you throw this out again. That's 12 damage, right? Maybe I'm mathing wrong. It's really early. But yeah, Flinger, pretty cool. Maybe finds its place in some Highlander decks, but they do have to have cheap spells to really get a decent amount of value. Maybe finds its way in Priest and Warlock, because those like cheap minions now, and Priest has that new legendary that'll destroy something and give it 4/4. So a 4/4, you know, Elven Archer, and other times it just has spell burst where this will return to your hand. So decent card. I think it's going to see some messing around with, but I think this is just a 3 out of 5, really. Maybe even a 2 out of 5. All right, we got Archwitch Willow, a 9-mana 7/7 legendary warlock card with the battle cry: summon a random demon from your hand and deck. This is very exciting to me. I don't think it fits in any current archetype, but maybe it's hinting at them moving towards a big demon warlock, which is something I kind of play right now with like a Darkest Hour warlock. So this is very, very cool. Obviously, you wouldn't run this in a Darkest Hour warlock, but a big warlock nonetheless. Warlock has a ton of survivability tools, a ton of ways to cycle and heal, clear the board. It's got brood mothers. And then you got this bad boy, which can pull out massive demons. So maybe we see more massive demons. This can pull out the Dreadlords, which are often awkward to play. But if you're pulling out a Dreadlord and pulling one from your deck, this is super good. Plus, we have that other card. Where is it? Felosophy, right? So maybe if you want to get super greedy with a big demon warlock, then you can make an extra copy of a minion to get even more value, but maybe that's too greedy. But you can always find this off of like Twisted Knowledge or something, which strengthens the archetype that this may be creating. So does it see play in any current warlock list? No, but does it open the gateway for a possible new big warlock? I think so. So flavorfulness, how much I like this card, I'd say a 5 out of 5, but as far as actual usability, I would say a 3 out of 5 right now until we start seeing some big demons. But warlock does have those survivability tools, so I think 1 or 2 big demons, even a medium-sized demon and 1 big demon, like you're gonna this might see some action, you know. Very, very swingy turn for sure. We got Playmaker here. A 3-mana 4/3 warrior card where after you play a rush minion, summon a copy with 1 health remaining. This is so good. Decently statted, aggressively statted as a 3-mana 4/3. And if it doesn't get removed, you know, you can Restless Mummy, you can Kargath Blade Fist, and there's that the new guy we were just talking about. Where is he? This guy, Doctor. You can play Doctor, and you're gonna get 2 Doctors. That's +2/+2 to your weapon. I mean, that's pretty insane. Even playing this on turn 8 with the Doctor could be bonkers, because you get an extra 4/1 with Rush and an extra +1/+1 to your weapon. That's probably not going to happen too often, but with the Mummy, I feel like that can happen relatively often with Kargath. And even with Kargath Prime, if this happened to stick around an extra turn, does Warrior get even more Rush minions that are super, super strong? Maybe, I don't know. Also, I feel like this could shake up Wild a little bit, because you got like Darius and Town Crier and a lot of other Rush warrior cards. Ziliax, my god. So yeah, this card pretty cool. I think again a lot of this banks on if we see more Rush minions, but as it is, already seems super, super strong. Getting 2 Kargath Blade Fists into your hand, if you're playing against an aggro deck, maybe you don't really need that value, you could just throw this out. But if you're playing against a control deck and maybe you need that extra armor, that extra 10/10 with Rush, you can wait and combo this with your Kargath Blade Fist on turn 7. So very good. I think this card gets a 4 out of 5. We got Felosophy, a dual class card here, Demon Hunter and Warlock. Copy the lowest cost demon in your hand. Outcast, give both +1/+1. So Warlock can pull off Outcast, pretty cool, very exciting. And giving them +1/+1, super nice. And Demon Hunter, I mean, getting an extra minion to flood the board with, pretty nice. I guess I do feel like this might feel nicer in something like mid-range or with big demons, just getting an extra large demon that your opponent may struggle to deal with. But you can also use it in something that's a little more zooey, a little more token focused, and give both of your minions +1/+1 for a cheap price of 1 mana. So kind of it's pretty flexible card, really. I think it does see play in zoo. Again, if the big Warlock happens, maybe if you need to be greedy or the meta is slow, it's going to slot in there. And Demon Hunter, again, I don't play that much Demon Hunter, but I do feel like this card just doesn't make the cut yet because Demon Hunter has so many other good cards. But this is a cheap card that you can just dump your hand with very easily and then start activating your other outcast effects, or, you know, something cheap to get that extra altruist tick. So just as a cheap mana spell, low mana spell, it does have value in that sense. So I think this card gets it's a 3 out of 5. All right, we got Glide here. My god, Demon Hunter, 4 mana spell. Shuffle your hand into your deck, draw 4 cards. Outcast, your opponent does the same. This is incredibly frustrating because, again, it's another card you can't play around. Demon Hunter getting a lot of cards like that, and it's just a little bit tilting. So if you're, you know, cycling through your deck quickly, you don't have many cards in your hand, you top deck this, you're gonna draw 4 cards for 4 mana, which is fantastic value. Now, let's say your opponent has 9 cards in their hand. You're gonna get rid of 5 of their cards and disrupt their game plan, because while they may have been banking on a certain line, their hand's gone and they got 4 random cards from their deck, right? So this card is nuts. It is a little bit slow, but at the same time, it's so disruptive. I think it's gonna see a lot of play, and I think people are gonna hate this card. I think people already hate this card, and it's just gonna be so frustrating. Yeah, very good, very good card. I think this gets 4.5, almost 5 stars, 4.5. Like I don't think you might not run like 2 of these. But at the same time, it's so impactful. It's going to win you so many games, lose your opponent so many games. I think, yeah, it's just, I don't like that card, man. All right, we got Totem Goliath, a 5 mana 4/5 totem. Shaman card, obviously, with the death route to summon all 4 basic totems, overload 2. Now this is an exciting card. Totem, go in the totem direction with Shaman, which is something we haven't seen for quite a while. This is obviously going to go in wild decks with that one card that summons all Akira. That's going to be a lot of fun. But for standard, not a lot of totem support. Although, actually, no, there has been a lot of totem support lately. There's been totem shamans kind of popping up out of nowhere. And I think this is really insane with Totemic Reflection, I believe it is, which makes a copy. So if you play this, your opponent doesn't deal, or you just play this later as a combo with this and Totemic Reflection. If these things die, you're going to get a full board of totems. And who knows, maybe your opponent can't deal with that. And then you end up, you know, doing a Bloodlust or something on the following turn. So like maybe a token totem Bloodlust sort of build might be viable. Maybe we start seeing even more totem support, or maybe we already have enough totem support and this is kind of the card to push it over the edge. Because if you're running what is Totemic Surge or whatever, which one gives them +2 attack, your opponent deals with this and all of a sudden, you know, you got a permanent Savage Roar buff on 4 basic totems. So really good card here. Pretty excited to see where Totem Shaman ends up going in this following expansion. I think with one more totem card, gonna be super good. Looking at it right now though, I think this is a 4 out of 5 card, and I think that's it. I already wrapped up this one in a previous review, so that's it. That's all we got. Pretty exciting. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you know, hit it with the thumbs up and all that stuff. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Good luck on ladder and stay hydrated.